Hmm. Ever wondered how people live in houses made of snow? Right in the middle of endless ice. How those houses somehow feel warm and safe, even though they're literally built from snow. And the crazy part is, they light a fire inside. The house doesn't melt. It doesn't collapse. It actually becomes stronger. Today, I'll show you how snow houses are built as a complete structure, using just one tool, one material, and sometimes in just 1 hour. I'm Moo, and this is Late Night Asking, a channel where we answer those random, curious questions that pop into your head when you're just staring into space. And if you got a question, drop it below. Let's go. As you're listening to me right now, you're probably somewhere warm, heating on, a hot drink in your hand, and you're enjoying the winter vibes from your cozy window. Meanwhile, there's an entire group of people facing a brand new snowstorm almost every single day. For centuries, they didn't just survive, they built real homes in the coldest places on Earth, homes made from the very thing they're running from: snow. So how did the Inuit turn snow into their main source of warmth? To answer that, we first need to understand what this house actually is. It's called an igloo. And fun fact, the word igloo doesn't mean snow house. It just means house. An igloo is designed with surprisingly smart engineering and very precise physics that turns snow into an excellent heat insulator. But how does that make sense when it's literally frozen water? It all starts with the type of snow. Not all snow works, and yes, there are many kinds of snow. The type used for igloos is snow packed by strong winds. It traps air inside, and that air is the real secret. Air is one of the best natural insulators. This kind of snow is about 90% air, with ice crystals holding that air in place. Think about this. Those coffee cups you use every day aren't just paper, they're filled with foam. Foam is just air, trapped inside a material. That's why you can hold a boiling hot cup without burning your hand. Same principle. Building an igloo is actually very simple, just a snow knife. And the shape matters too. It's not a perfect half circle like in cartoons. It's an arch. And the arch is one of the strongest shapes ever discovered because it spreads pressure evenly. Snow blocks are cut roughly 1 meter long, 40 centimeters high, and 20 centimeters wide. But here's the genius part. They're not stacked in flat layers. They're placed in a rising spiral. Each block supports the one before it and the one below it. That's how the dome stands without pillars, without supports, without wasting space. A skilled Inuit hunter can build a sleeping igloo in about an hour to an hour and a half. Bigger igloos for entire families can take a couple of days. And interestingly, architects and engineers still haven't found a better way to build with snow. Now let's talk about warmth. The entrance tunnel is dug lower than the living area. Cold air is heavier, so it sinks down there. Meanwhile, warm air rises up and stays where people sleep. There's also a small hole at the top of the dome for ventilation and for smoke if a small fire is lit inside. And yes, that brings up the big question. How do you light a fire inside a house made of snow without melting it? First, your body itself is a natural heater. Inside the igloo, your body heat spreads out. The snow, or more accurately, the air trapped inside it, holds that heat in, just like a blanket. A blanket doesn't create heat. It traps the heat your body already makes. Inside an igloo, about 16 degrees Celsius. Doesn't sound warm until you realize outside can be minus 60. Now about the fire. The inner surface of the igloo melts just a little, then it freezes again almost instantly. That creates a thin inner ice layer that makes the igloo even stronger. The fire doesn't destroy the house, it reinforces it. In the end, the Inuit didn't just survive the cold, they adapted to it. They protected their culture, their land, their way of life. For them, the ice wasn't an enemy, it was home. If you made it this far, you're awesome. So don't forget to like the video and tell us in the comments,
Have you ever seen or slept inside an igloo? And if there's any complex topic you'd like us to break down next, write it below. See you in the next video. Peace.